morning, and should it happen to be afternoon and or evening, afternoon and or evening. I am Lieutenant Civilian O'Brien. General Bott will be the commanding officer presiding over today's meeting. This is your semesterly briefing regarding the recent events in Pianosa, which occurred just last week in the 40s, and which you very well know very little about, as it were. I am here to fill in the gaps in your pitiful knowledge. Please note that the security clearance for this briefing is extremely lax. Therefore, any who discloses the severely limited classified information will be given a severe slap on the wrist. Now for the agenda. I will give you all a brief moment to peruse the agenda for today. My sincerest gratitude to Washington Irving for fulfilling his military duty of censoring the most egregious of military secrets. Without him, I wouldn't not know who I am. Seeing as this is a room filled with civilians, he took the liberty of ensuring there would be no knowledge of today's agenda prior to the completion of this briefing. And now, on to business. I have recently been made aware that there has been a breach of security among our troops. A man who allegedly goes by the name of Joseph Heller has written a detailed account of our every movement and published it for the masses. He calls it Catch-22. I cannot describe how infuriatingly accurate the novel is. It paints us in an utterly chaotic, manic manner, a horrifically precise rendition. Nobody deserves to be displayed how they truly are. As you can see, he is the most Americanly un-American man to ever serve in the United States Army. Please remember to thank him for his service before apprehending him. As much as it pains me to say, I cannot put the book down. I read 200 pages in one day, despised every second of it. They published this review of mine in the New York Times. Second page behind MacArthur's promotion to General of the Army. Goes to show something about where their priorities lie. In a way, I respect Heller's novel. With military efficiency, he made the entire world aware of the one catch. There is only one catch, and that is Catch-22, which specifies that a concern for one's own safety in the face of dangers that are real and immediate is the process of a rational mind. Without this catch, we would never be able to force military men to fulfill their sacred duty, that of killing equally innocent men, so that they may not be on the receiving end of a bullet someday, too. Heller's novel is a Catch-22 in itself. Nothing ever finishes. Every event is repeated time and time again from different perspectives, with no beginning and no end, in a vicious cycle that culminates, just like all wars do, with a winner and so many losers. I, for one, feel as though Heller should have written the entire novel from my perspective. It would have made it that much more American. There is nothing beautiful about war. There is nothing funny about destruction. War is an unyielding, fruitless endeavor that lies at the very depths of the human spirit, slowly working its way into each and every one of us and drawing us into death or despair. It is inescapable. Sometimes humor is the only way we can possibly keep our fragile souls from shattering at the echo of a bombshell. Captain Yossarian, the primary target of Heller's transgressions, knows this all too well. If it weren't for Heller's novel, I might call Yossarian a hideous mockery of a bombardier and a cowardly traitor. Of course, with the captain being a big shot now, I can say no such thing. Yossarian is the epitome of absurdity. After being unable to staunch the slow, brutal death of his co-pilot, and after witnessing the destruction of hundreds of homes by his own hands, Yossarian got it into his head that he was through with fighting, that he was out of the war. But you can never truly be out of the war, not even after your star-speckled burial shroud is lit aflame. History does not demand your premature demise. Justice can be satisfied without it. Progress does not hinge upon it. Victory does not depend on it. That men will die is a matter of necessity. Which men will die, though, is a matter of circumstance. I would like you all to keep this in mind as I raise the required number of bombing missions to 80. Lastly, I would like to inform you all of my dear friend, Major's promotion to Lieutenant Colonel. An absolute travesty. May we all wish for his swift return to majorhood on the tail end of a court-martial. Take care. Or don't. I'll get paid either way. That sure is a real catch, that Catch-22.